Before Arnold Schwarzenegger became an unstoppable killing machine from the future, the Terminator was a low-budget B-movie that every studio rejected. The cast has finally revealed secrets that will shatter everything you thought you knew about this sci-fi masterpiece. Prepare to discover the untold story behind cinema's most relentless nightmare. The film that almost never got made. What most fans don't realize is that The Terminator was rejected by every major studio in Hollywood before finding a home at the independent Orion Pictures. James Cameron's script was deemed too violent, too confusing, and unmarketable by executives who couldn't understand his vision of a cyborg assassin from the future. Arnold Schwarzenegger revealed years later that he was originally supposed to play Kyle Reese, the human resistance fighter. "They thought I was too big and intimidating to be the hero," Schwarzenegger explained. "But when I read the script, I knew the Terminator was the better role." Cameron was initially resistant to casting the bodybuilder-turned-actor as his emotionless killing machine. The breakthrough came when Schwarzenegger demonstrated his understanding of the character during their first meeting. Arnold described the Terminator as a machine that wouldn't blink, wouldn't show pain, wouldn't react emotionally, Cameron recalled. He understood that less acting was more. This conversation transformed both the film and Schwarzenegger's career, while the tiny $6.4 million budget forced innovative guerrilla filmmaking techniques. The nightclub that became Ground Zero. The iconic tech noir nightclub sequence wasn't filmed in a real club. It was shot in an abandoned warehouse in downtown Los Angeles that the production team transformed into one of cinema's most memorable locations. What the cast revealed about filming this pivotal scene shows how budget constraints forced creative solutions that enhanced the film's atmosphere. Linda Hamilton described the psychological impact of filming in the makeshift nightclub. "The space felt genuinely dangerous. We were in this industrial part of the city, shooting at night with smoke machines and strobe lights. It wasn't hard to feel terrified." The claustrophobic environment enhanced her performance as Sarah Connor's world collapsed around her. Michael Biehn revealed that the sequence was filmed over 5 grueling nights with minimal safety precautions. "We had real gunfire, real explosions, and Arnold moving through that crowd like an actual killing machine," Biehn noted. Cameron's decision to use practical squibs and real ammunition created an authenticity that computer effects couldn't match, with real sparks from bullets hitting metal surfaces. Casting secrets and character revelations. The most shocking revelation about the Terminator's casting involves Arnold Schwarzenegger's thick Austrian accent, which studio executives considered such a liability that they demanded he be dubbed by another actor. This led to a creative battle that nearly ended his involvement in the film. "The studio wanted to replace my voice entirely," Schwarzenegger revealed. "They thought audiences wouldn't believe a futuristic killing machine with a European accent." James Cameron fought to keep Schwarzenegger's natural voice, arguing that the accent made the Terminator seem more foreign and threatening. Linda Hamilton's preparation for Sarah Connor went far beyond typical action hero training. She spent months working with military advisors and weapons experts, but also studied the psychological profiles of trauma survivors. "Sarah isn't just learning to fight, she's learning to survive psychological torture," Hamilton explained. Michael Biehn revealed that Kyle Reese was originally written as a much more traditional action hero. "James rewrote the character to be more vulnerable and desperate," Biehn noted. "Kyle isn't a super soldier. He's a scared kid who's seen humanity's destruction." This character depth elevated the film from simple chase thriller to emotional drama. The special effects that redefined cinema. What transformed The Terminator from low-budget thriller into groundbreaking cinema was Stan Winston's revolutionary approach to practical effects. The cast's revelations about working with the animatronic Terminator explain why the film's effects still feel more realistic than modern CGI spectacles. Arnold Schwarzenegger disclosed the grueling process of creating his cybernetic makeup. The life casts and prosthetics took hours to apply. "I had to sit perfectly still while they built the machine around my face." The discomfort was intentional. Winston wanted Schwarzenegger to feel constrained and mechanical. The most challenging sequence involved the Terminator's self-repair surgery in the motel room. "That wasn't Arnold. It was a fully animatronic head that I operated," Winston revealed. We spent weeks programming the eye movements and facial expressions to match Arnold's performance. Linda Hamilton noted how the practical effects enhanced her performance. When you're acting opposite a real animatronic head with moving parts and glowing eyes, you don't have to imagine the horror. It's right there in front of you. This tangible presence created more authentic performances than green screen technology could provide. The car chase that nearly killed everyone. The Terminator's climactic car chase sequence through Los Angeles wasn't enhanced with special effects or stunt doubles. It was real vehicles driven at dangerous speeds through actual city streets with minimal safety precautions. What the cast revealed about filming these sequences shows how Cameron's relentless pursuit of authenticity nearly resulted in tragedy. Michael Biehn disclosed that he performed most of his own driving stunts. James wanted the fear to be real, so he put us in actual danger. We were driving stolen police cars through downtown LA at high speeds with real traffic around us. The production didn't have permits for many of these sequences, forcing them to film guerrilla style. Linda Hamilton revealed the terrifying reality of the truck chase finale. That was a real truck driver, and Arnold was actually hanging off the side of a moving vehicle. The stunts were so dangerous that our insurance company threatened to shut down production. Arnold Schwarzenegger admitted that the motorcycle chase was filmed without proper safety equipment. I was riding that Harley through glass doors and concrete barriers with minimal protection. Looking back, it was insane, but that commitment to realism made the film what it is. The script that predicted the future. What elevates the Terminator beyond typical science fiction is how accurately James Cameron predicted technological developments that seemed impossible in 1984. The cast's insights into the script's deeper themes reveal how the film functions as both entertainment and prophetic warning about artificial intelligence and technological warfare. Arnold Schwarzenegger noted how the script's technological concepts influenced his performance. James explained that Skynet represented the logical endpoint of military automation. The Terminator wasn't just a robot. It was the manifestation of humanity's fear that our creations would surpass and destroy us. This understanding gave weight to what could have been a simple monster movie. Linda Hamilton revealed that Cameron based Skynet's origins on real military research. James had researched actual Defense Department projects involving automated weapons systems. The fictional technology was extrapolated from real programs. This grounding in reality made the film's warnings more urgent and believable. The script's exploration of technology replacing human judgment has become increasingly relevant as artificial intelligence advances, transforming Cameron's science fiction into technological prophecy that continues influencing contemporary discussions about AI development and ethics. The low budget that created innovation. The Terminator's tiny $6.4 million budget forced James Cameron to develop innovative filmmaking techniques that became standard practice in action cinema. What the cast revealed about these budget constraints shows how creative limitations often produce better results than unlimited resources. We couldn't afford traditional special effects, so James invented new ways to create spectacular sequences, Arnold Schwarzenegger explained. The stop-motion Terminator endoskeleton was created because we couldn't afford a full-scale robot. This forced innovation resulted in more memorable and frightening imagery than expensive alternatives might have produced. Linda Hamilton disclosed how the budget affected their performances. We were filming in real locations with minimal crew and equipment. That intimacy made our relationships more intense and authentic. The small production team created a collaborative atmosphere where everyone contributed creatively. The budget constraints extended to the film's violence. We couldn't afford elaborate death scenes, so James focused on psychological horror, Michael Biehn noted. The Terminator's relentlessness was more terrifying than any gore could be. This emphasis on suspense over spectacle created lasting tension that big-budget films often lack. The sequel that almost destroyed the legacy. What most fans don't know is that Terminator 2: Judgment Day was originally conceived as a direct continuation that would have undermined the original film's perfect ending. The cast's revelations about early sequel discussions show how close the franchise came to destroying its own mythology before creating its greatest triumph. Arnold Schwarzenegger revealed that early T2 concepts would have negated the first film's events. Some scripts had the future war continuing, making Kyle Reese's sacrifice meaningless. Others had multiple Terminators arriving simultaneously, which would have been chaos. Cameron ultimately chose to flip the formula by making the Terminator a protector. Linda Hamilton disclosed her initial resistance to returning. "I thought Sarah's story was complete. She had learned to fight and protect her son. But James convinced me that showing her transformation into a warrior would be compelling." Her physical transformation for T2 became as iconic as the film itself. The decision to make the Terminator sympathetic was controversial within the production team, but Cameron understood that evolution was necessary for the character to remain relevant while respecting the original's legacy. The cultural impact that transcended cinema. The Terminator's influence extends far beyond entertainment into technology, politics, and popular culture in ways that continue shaping how society discusses artificial intelligence and technological progress. The cast's reflections on this cultural impact reveal how a simple action film became a touchstone for contemporary anxieties about human obsolescence. Arnold Schwarzenegger noted how the character became part of political discourse. Politicians and scientists referenced Skynet when discussing AI development. The film created a vocabulary for technological fears that didn't exist before. His catchphrases entered common usage as shorthand for determination and inevitability. Linda Hamilton observed the film's influence on female action heroes. Sarah Connor proved that women could carry action films without being sexualized or diminished. She became a template for strong female characters in subsequent decades. Her portrayal challenged gender stereotypes in action cinema. James Cameron revealed that tech industry leaders regularly cite the film when discussing AI ethics. Engineers and programmers reference the Terminator as a cautionary tale about uncontrolled technological development. The movie's exploration of predetermination versus free will continues influencing science fiction and philosophical discussions about human agency in an increasingly automated world. The Terminator proves that great filmmaking comes from vision, determination, and creative problem-solving rather than unlimited resources. The cast's revelations show how personal struggles, budget constraints, and technological limitations combine to create something greater than anyone imagined possible. Watch the film again with appreciation for the groundbreaking performances, innovative effects, and prophetic storytelling that changed both cinema and culture. Notice how real locations, practical stunts, and authentic emotions create lasting impact that digital spectacle cannot match.
Murder.
Can you stop it?
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into cinema's greatest achievements. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads, and let us know in the comments which Terminator moment still gives you chills. I'll be back with more movie secrets.